Once upon a time the Buddhist priest of traveling alone happened to pass by a certain village. Strange to say, nobody was working in field, in spite of the rice planting season. A large number of villagers gather in front of a house of a village headman. And they spoke in a whisper each other one thing or another. The Buddhist priest marveled at it and approached. Then he heard crying from a house. "Excuse me. Why does the person of this house are crying?" He asked it to the old man nearby. "Oh, you are a Buddhist priest of the trip. In fact, a white feathered arrow stands to the house of village headman in this morning. Can you give me the details?" Well, every year in this village, the house where the daughter 15 years old has being selected from among many people. The house of the white feather is to hold out the daughter as a sacrifice to the autumn festival night, the shrine of the local Shinto deity. Big wind blows in the next year when someone does not hold it out, and the crops in a village are blown away by the wind. How foolish! Local tutelar deity is help the village difficulties. This must be a bad monster talking about the name of local tutelar deity. I will make sure tonight. The night, the Buddhist priest went up to the mountain where local tutelar deity was enshrined, and hid behind the front guard frame and waited for late at night. It was the midnight before long, and smelly wind blew. When a Buddhist priest shrugged his shoulders and held his breath, a black thing rose suddenly in front of a temple. "Oh, what the dickens is it?" While the black monster begun to sing in a weird voice and dance that a Buddhist priest strained his eyes to see the dark. "Denzoku Bonzoku Sutantan. Do not inform only this thing. Do not tell the country of Tanba. Do not inform Taro Shippe." The Buddhist priest was not able to move as if he froze with having crouched down at the place. Dawn broke when he noticed incidentally, and there was the figure of the monster nowhere anymore. The Buddhist priest drew a deep breath and said, "That monster said that do not tell Taro Shippe. I must go to the country of Tanba and look for Taro Shippe." He went back to the village when he thought so as if rolling and went to the house of a village headman. "I will bring Taro Shippe back with me by the autumn festival. So do not discourage and wait." The Buddhist priest said so and set out on a trip to the country of Tanba. When he arrived at the country of Tanba before long. "Let me ask you a question. Do you know a person called Taro Shippe?" The Buddhist priest walked that village, this town. He nearly walked his legs off looking for Taro Shippe. But nobody knew Taro Shippe. Time passed steadily soon, and tomorrow was finally an autumn festival. I searched high and low for my lighter but couldn't find it. When Buddhist priest sat down on the roadside at a loss what to do. Suddenly a big black dog like a cow came slowly over there. The boy priest of the temple came on the heels of the dog. "Taro Shippe! Taro Shippe! Come back immediately!" The Buddhist priest jumped up in surprise. Was Taro Shippe a dog? The Buddhist priest asked the boy priest, "Whose dog is it?" "It is a dog of a temple." The Buddhist priest rushed into the temple at once and begged a chief bonze of a temple, Please lend me Taro Shippe because of this reason." "All right. Then you are not in time when you do not hurry. Ride Taro Shippe." Chief bonze of the temple called Taro Shippe and picked up a Buddhist priest. Then Taro Shippe started running like wind. The Buddhist priest who got on Taro Shippe was across the field. Across the mountain it continued running in the night. The morning sun rose before long, and it was when the sun set in the west mountain, they arrived at the village. In the house of a village headman, they completely gave up the Buddhist priest who had no news. They helped a daughter put on a kimono dressed in pure white tearfully and fixed the large oblong Japanese chest made of plain wood. The Buddhist priest came back there, rode a big black dog like a cow. Villagers gathered while being surprised. It is already relief. This black dog is Taro Shippe of country of Tanba. The Buddhist priest raised a voice. Then Taro Shippe entered the large oblong chest which a daughter came to just enter. So to speak, Taro Shippe acting as a substitute. Villagers carried up the large oblong chest and rose Dongala. They were making a great fuss to local tutelar deity of the mountain brightly while raising a lantern. When they arrived at local tutelar deity, villagers took down a large oblong chest in front of a temple and ran back rushingly. Buddhist priest hide behind the front guard frame alone. Just you wait, monsters. He expected every moment. In a few minutes, the trees around there began to make noise briskly and smelly wind blew, and soon that black monster jumped out. Denzoku Bonzoku Suttonton. Do not inform only this thing. Do not tell the country of Tanba. Do not inform Taro Shippe. The monsters were danced around a large oblong chest as if jumping up and down. In that way they danced for some time. They laid hands on a cover of the large oblong Japanese chest. It is now Taro Shippe. When a Buddhist priest said so, a cover of the large oblong Japanese chest opened with the big sound vang. Taro Shippe jumped out. Taro Shippe and monsters were fighting, and groan raise 1-1. The villagers, every corner of the village heard the groan to them all night, and the people shivered. The first cock crow cried before long. The east sky became bright and such the uproar was settled suddenly. People of the village rose to fearfully, local tutelar deity of the mountain. Then an old giant monkey was cut throat and dead in front of a temple. On the side, Taro Shippe that was covered with cuts and bruises all over raises breath and lay. As the Buddhist priest got rid of mind, sat down behind the front guard frame. Oh, it would be greatly appreciated. A village headman and people of the village were delighted and brought back Taro Shippe and a Buddhist priest to the village. And treat it carefully, you are a benefactor of this village. Please stay to this village forever. They applied so, but came back to the temple of the country of Tanba when the Buddhist priest and Taro Shippe regained spirit.